Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm called the Big Game Hunter because I've been hunting down leaders and staff for organizations for more than 40 years. Today's question is, we all know that networking is the primary way that people find jobs. You do know that, don't you? As a matter of fact, the statistics show, for those of you who are big fans of job boards fill about 6% of all positions. Recruiters fill about 20%. Now, there's overlap in those two numbers because recruiters may find your resume based upon a job board. So let's give them total credit. Job boards fill 26% of all positions. The rest are filled through networking. So who do you network with? How do you find out who that right person is for your next job? Now, the answer to the question of who to network with is really easy. The answer is everyone. Everyone you come into contact with, you should be networking with. I'm not telling you to start a conversation with your butcher and say to them, hey, I'm trying to find a job, because all that's going to happen is they're going to think you can't afford what you're buying. But I'm telling you, there's so many people you come into contact with who you could be connecting with and letting them know what you do, and just say, if you know of something or can point me to someone, would be really great. And my favorite story about networking comes from a man who runs a networking group I know, and he tells this story about someone in his group who had lost their job at one of the banks. And someone was overhearing this conversation at his home. He was telling someone he was looking for a job because he'd lost his job. And his cleaning person overheard the conversation and said, could I have a copy of your resume? And thinking she was only a cleaning person, kind of poo-pooed and didn't give her the resume. And she asked again about a week later, and he still didn't do it. And finally she asked his wife, and the wife comes to him and goes, could you give her a resume? It's a piece of paper. What's the worst that can happen? Well, as it turns out, her husband ran a large group at another bank. She did this because it was part of her religious practice to do stuff like this. And as a result, he found his next job through his cleaning person. There are people you know at your church, synagogue, mosque, temple, any number of places who could be of help to you. But you need to make folks aware. Not telling people that you're looking for work is a critical mistake. Not contacting some of the folks that you're with on LinkedIn and telling them that you could use some help is a huge mistake. Unless people know that you want help, they're not going to necessarily help you. A great story from many years ago. Someone I know worked at the old Merrill Lynch, and I listened to this audio tape that they used to give to their top performers. These are the top people who worked at the old Merrill Lynch. Huge performers, great salespeople. So they have this trainer who they fly into Hawaii, where they bring in that top 0.1% of all salespeople in the organization. And he says, how would you like me to increase your business? And it'll only take about 6 seconds. 6 seconds that you can invest in every phone call. And they all kind of look around and say, sure, 6 seconds, I can increase your business, by 8%. That'd be terrific. Great. You're in the front row. Would you time this? Great. Here's what you have to say on every call. Is there anyone else you know who I could be helping? Now, for you want to be helping people, but you also want to make sure that they know that you could use some help. And you could just very simply say, I just want to remind you, I am looking for a job. This is what I do. If you hear of something, don't hesitate to make me aware of it or point someone to me. Real simple. It's a real straightforward approach to networking. And it's something that you can do all the time. If you found today's call helpful, or today's hint helpful, I should say, Come over to my website, jeffaltman.com. Sign up for a complimentary subscription to my e-zine, which is called No BS Job Search Advice e-zine. I have advice for job hunters, and I publish it every Tuesday. At my site, you can also read a lot of the previous articles I've written for it, watch other videos that I've done on job search tips, post your resume to more than 50 sites. There's information about my books and guides to job hunting, as well as other people's books. There's easy to work with career builder links. There's access to the Job Search Universe search engine. A lot of good stuff to help job hunters, not just simply a brochure that tells you how wonderful I am. This is Jeff Altman. Hope you found this helpful. Come back soon. Take care.